Cheers, guys. Epix 911, welcome to the Elitist Geek VR hardware episode. We are going to look at the new Gear VR. So I managed to get from my telco company a loaner Note 7 phone, so I don't have to be too paranoid about trying the new Gear VR that I managed to get yesterday. So I go through all that hassle looking for one stateside, and it was right under my nose in the shopping mall near my house. So this is it. This is the new Gear VR. You can see it's all black as opposed to the white of the first one. We're looking at about 5 degrees more field of view. And to be honest with you, when I put the Note 7 in here, I don't see a difference. I'm sure it's there. I'm sure if I had them side by side, it would be very slight. But that's it. It's a super small difference. We're talking 5 degrees, folks, which visually is less than 5%. You're really not going to notice that. But hey, what they did improve was the comfort. So this new padding, and I kind of touched on that in yesterday's news video, fantastic. It feels infinitely better. They've also done something around the nose. One of the viewers on the channel commented on this as well, and I've certainly noticed it so far. Way less fogging, something to do with this redesign where you're not getting your nose breath pumping up into the screen. Whatever the reason is, there seems to be less lens fog, and that's a good thing. They've changed the D-pad here. You can see instead of having kind of the arrow style of the NES that they had before, it's now a flat trackpad. And they've also added an extra button here, so you've got the actual back button and home instead of just the home that you had in the first one. They still have the volume on the side here, and it comes with also kind of the black cover here. Now, I haven't figured it out. There may be a way, but I don't believe with the Note 7 you can use the shield. So with the old model, you could have the phone in here and then put the faceplate over top, and it just gave you more of a sleek look. That doesn't seem to be the case now, so I'm actually going to do this right now. Just grab the Note 7, take it out of its case, and show you guys how it connects. So as you know, or may not know, with the Note 7, you've got a USB-C style connector. You get all kinds of adapters, like the Gear VR plus the phone itself come with the regular USB to USB-C adapter. You've also got a module that you can change out for your Gear VR, but with the new Gear VR and the Note 7, you don't need to use any adapters because the default that they use, the default connector, at least the one that came with my unit, is USB-C already. This is how easy it is, guys, in terms of just installing it. Make sure you clean your screen with a microfiber cloth, something like this, right? One thing I did notice is the lenses, the way they amplify the screen, dust gets picked up and it's very obvious. And if you're at all like I am with dead pixels for dust, it's going to drive you bonkers. So me personally, I spend a little time making sure that it's dust free. Also just some compressed air you can blow out around the lenses here because the dust will accumulate, and like I said, because it's magnified, it's just that much more obvious. So when you insert it, it's basically just screen down into the USB-C like that. Put the phone down and you just press. You can hear it just locks right into place. But now, like I said, with the faceplate design on this newer one, you can't put the faceplate on. At least I haven't figured it out. I don't think it's possible. But that's okay. So here it is on your head. You can see. Very comfortable. The straps are essentially the same. A little bit more Velcro on them now, so you can adjust it a little bit finer. But it feels much, much better. But like I said, I don't really notice the field of view difference at all. Clarity-wise, it seems to be a little clearer, but that could just be a function of the Note 7 being the Note 7, right? With its additional functionality. And I was just looking, and I paused there because I had a comic that Magnetique, that one that I talked about the other day, actually come up, and it looks pretty good. I've actually tried that comic out. I was super impressed with the way I'm just going to kill the noise here, the way the panels were laid out. It really did add to the comic reading experience. So I think that's going to be something that a lot of comics should experiment with moving forward. It just adds to it, just to be able to rotate and read the panels and have the action literally be around you. It's kind of like using those old Viewmasters, but now imagine that same kind of panel look, but all around you. That's the best way to explain it. It just looked fantastic. So I'm going to start featuring some games on this as well in my Quick Look series. There is software that allows me to wirelessly capture the screen panels. And yeah, there was a list today. I didn't include it on the news, but I'll put it in the link on this video of what Upload considers the 9 best Gear VR games. So I've got quite a few of those on that list. Those are the titles that I'll be looking at. So look for that video. Yeah, sometime this weekend. I have that plan on what's left of my staycation anyways. Other than that, like I said, the only other differences are it still works with the older phones just like before, but you're probably going to have to swap out the connector because it is the USB-C by default. Now I know it can be removed here. You can unlock it, remove it. I believe you could use the adapter still for one of the other phones, but I'm not sure about that. I don't have that to check. But like I said, with the Note 7, it works fine. Comfort, definitely there. And the last thing I wanted to comment on is the black inside, kind of really more of a dark gray, is noticeable in the experience. What I mean by that is you would get reflection before on the old Gear VR onto the white kind of panel around the lens, and it kind of washed out the image a bit. It over brightened, whatever you were playing. If there were a lot of bright colors, that was definitely noticeable. Now with it being black in the interior as well, much better. All right, guys, that's my quick look at the Gear VR. Let me know if you have any questions, but expect some more content on this coming up. As always, guys, cheers.